Every Clear Creek ISD family is about to see something new in their Skyward account this fall, a short survey called the Federal Impact Aid Survey. And here's the thing, it applies to you whether you work on a federal property, you're active military, or neither one applies to your family at all.
That's exactly right. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly what this survey is, why it matters, and how to knock it out in a couple of minutes.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What actually is impact aid?
So here's the short version. Schools are funded in large part by local property taxes. Federal property, think military bases, federal buildings, VA facilities, is tax exempt, so it doesn't generate that same local revenue.
Right, because it's federal land.
Exactly. And that's where impact aid comes in. It's the federal government's way of helping close that gap. It reimburses districts like CCISD directly for educating students who are connected to that federal presence.
And near us, that mostly means what, NASA?
That's right. The two big ones for our families are NASA Johnson Space Center and Ellington Field. There are other federal properties in our area too, VA facilities, federal buildings downtown, and a few others.
So here's what I think surprises a lot of parents. If neither of those apply to me, why do I still fill this out?
This is actually the most important part. The only way the federal government can count a student as federally connected is when a parent confirms it directly every single year. So your response, whether it's yes or no, is what makes the whole thing work.
So a no is a great answer.
A no is a great answer. It's exactly what we're looking for if neither situation applies to your family. You just answer no to both questions and submit. And that response is what lets CCISD show that every family was surveyed, which is part of what makes the district eligible for this funding.
Okay, so let's get into the how-to. What actually counts as, quote, working on federal property?
So the rule is pretty specific. You answer yes if a parent or guardian is a federal employee or a government contractor and they spend at least 50% of their work time on federal property.
50%. That's the number to remember.
That's the number. And here's a detail that's genuinely helpful to know. Your employer doesn't have to be the federal government itself. So if you work for a contractor, but that contractor is based at NASA Johnson Space Center, you'd list your actual company as the employer and Johnson Space Center as the federal property.
And if somebody's workplace isn't in the list yet?
Just email us, federalprograms@ccisd.net, and we'll coordinate with you to collect the information.
Okay, now let's talk about where a parent actually goes to fill this out.
It's all inside Skyward Family Access this year, which is a great new step for us.
Oh, I love that.
It really is. Here's how it works. You log in to Skyward Family Access, and right on the home screen, you'll see a banner letting you know an online form is available. Select Online Forms from the left menu, or just click Fill Out Form right from that banner.
And this is per student, right? Not one form for the whole family.
Exactly, per student. So if you've got 3 kids in the district, you'll see the survey listed separately under each of their names, and you complete and submit it once for each child.
That's great that it's broken out that way.
It really works well. Doing it per student means each student's information, name, birth date, grade, school, comes pre-filled, so there's nothing to retype.
Okay, so walk us through the actual questions once it's open.
Step 1 is pre-filled for all parents. Step 2 asks the federal property question we already talked about, that 50% test. If you answer yes, you'll add the parent's name, relationship, employer, and the name and address of the federal property. If you answer no, you move right along to the next question.
Which is the military question.
Right. Step 4. Does the student have a parent or guardian who's an active member of the military or armed forces? Same idea. If yes, you'll add their name, relationship, branch of service, and rank. If no, you head straight to certification.
And certification is just confirm and submit?
That's it. You review a short statement confirming you're the authorized user of the account and that everything's accurate. The box is already checked. You just confirm and submit. You're all done for that student.
Okay, last piece. When should this happen by?
The survey opens August 24th, and we're inviting every family to complete it within the first 3 weeks by September 14th.
That sounds like a great window to get it done early.
It really is, and most families find it only takes a couple of minutes once they're in there. One helpful detail, whatever you answer should reflect your family's situation as of August 24th. That's the date the survey is measuring against.
So here's what to do. Tonight, log into Skyward, find the Impact Aid survey under each of your kids' names, and answer honestly, yes or no. It takes just a couple of minutes, and it directly supports funding for every CCISD campus, not just the schools with NASA or military families.
And if you've got questions along the way, that's federal programs at ccisd.net or call 281-284-0018.